What is up and welcome back, and today we have the performance review of the Luka 3. Now let me start off by saying that a lot of people are going to love the Luka 3 just like they love the Luka 1. The Luka 1 was very popular, it had a lot of good things going for it, new technology also, the looks and the feel of it on feet was very comfortable. And let me tell you, the Luka 3 is going to have that similar feel but in a different way. So with that said, let's dive right in. Now I want to start off and say that the Luka 3 is not going to be like the Luka 2 at all. You are going to get a lot more softer, comfortable feel like we mentioned. And you can see that right here that you are going to have more padding right here in the ankle collar area. It's going to be a little bit more than regular. Same deal with the tongue. You get a little bit more than regular. And then with the lacing system, it does a fantastic job, especially if you use these two eyelids up here, the furthest one to the back. You're going to have an incredible lockdown. It really is going to feel like an extension of your foot when you are wearing it. I am a wide footer, so I had to go a half size up. I always do, and this one feels very fitted, very comfortable for that performance fit. It's not going to be too tight where it hurts your feet. I feel it's going to be fitted with a little bit of extra room, but not a whole lot. So that right there, it is going to feel nice on feet. So if you are regular or narrow, just go your regular size. If you are a wide footer, like I said, go a half size up for that performance fitted feel. Now I'm going to say, if you are thinking of picking this one up, definitely if you are going to use it outdoors, go with the black color one, that colorway, or maybe the green one, because this type of material, as you can tell, I'll give you a close-up with the camera. This one, whenever I see Nike or Jordan use this type of material, I don't like it, especially for the lower portion, because once it gets dirty, it is somewhat difficult to clean. I feel the dirt sticks more to this material than to something like this. Right here, you do have a more softer material, but it is a lot easier to clean. It is easy to clean. You get some dirt on here with the synthetic material. But this material right here, it does get somewhat dirty pretty easy. And like I said, if you like having a fresh look, then this is going to be a no-go, especially with the white colorways. So have that in mind if you are thinking of picking this one up for outdoors. Now, since we did mention the outdoors, definitely for this traction is going to be able to handle outdoor play. And that's because you do get this harder rubber down the middle. The translucent, it is going to be more harder than the white. So this is going to help you out not wear down the sneaker as fast. And you do have a whole bunch of it. You can see that right there. And then the white is going to be a little bit more flexible. So it is going to help you stop better, right? We all know when the rubber is a little bit more flexible, it grips the ground a little better, sticks to it. And like I said, you do have it over here on the outer areas. But definitely this is going to work hand in hand to preserve the softer rubber, because you have this that's going to help you stop. So I like that combo that Jordan did for the Luka, and for indoor play it's going to be fantastic on a clean court or regular dust. It grips very, very well, had no problems. Sometimes even when I test it out, you can see in the B-roll that it surprised me on the first try because it gripped so well, it just stopped all of a sudden. So that was a very pleasant surprise. Definitely going to be very good for that lockdown D, or if you are very shifty with your moves, going to grip fantastic. Now I do want to mention that I did play on a very dirty court, pretty much 24 hours LA Fitness. When you show up, it is the worst conditions, and it was sliding a little bit here and there, but when you wipe, it does go for a nice little wow, and then you do have to wipe again. So have that in mind, but that's going to be with any shoe that has top tier traction. If the court is bad, you are going to get some slipping, so just make sure you're wiping to maintain that traction. But 10 out of 10, again, for the traction for the Luka 3. Love to see it. Now this is a detail I wasn't expecting. When you do weigh this hoop shoe, it is going to be 12.65, and that was very surprising because it does look somewhat bulky, especially when you look at the media photos for it. But when you do have it on feet, you do feel quick, you do feel fast, because it's only 12.65 ounces. And I personally love balling in 12 ounces or 13, so you are going to feel quick and fast in this one. And furthermore, for the feel of it, if we take a look inside the sneaker, we can see the insert not going to be too soft, going to have a firm feel to it, not that much compression. Then you are going to have a sock liner on top of it, which is going to help the sock from not sliding. Then you're going to have that stroll board. It's going to be those type of stroll boards that have a straw-like material to them, but also going to be very firm and not that much compression as well. Even when I rub my nail, you can just hear it, very firm and stiff material. So what does that mean? Well, we have the insert and the stroll board where you don't get a lot of compression. Then you're going to have the more firmer carrier foam, and then the Cushline 3.0. So I do like the setup because you are going to get responsiveness. Remember, whenever you do have material that are somewhat firm, you are going to feel the ground pretty good. You're going to have a nice responsiveness to it. But then you're going to have this soft Cushline 3.0. So that's going to help out with the landings. Or when you are braking, you are going to get a little bit of comfort with the Cushline. So I do love that dual kind of setup that they have going on. Similarly with the dual traction. So a little bit of the best of both worlds. Love to see it. We know Luka is a dynamic player, so you do get that working in this hoop shoe. Now also you are going to get, as you can tell, right here you do have this TPU on the outer side, which is going to help out, right? When you're braking, you have extra support with the TPU. And you are going to have a shank plate that continues in the middle, just like all the Luka shoes. They do have that shank plate that extends from the outside inward, so that's going to be in the interior. You really can't see it with this traction, right? With the previous two, sometimes you could look and see how that shank plate moves down through it, but you are going to have it. I definitely feel it. I do have very sensitive arches. I am flat-footed, so whenever I don't have a shank plate, I feel it right in my arches, and this one right here felt so good. Get a little bit in the front also for that braking. I would have loved they extended all this all the way throughout like this. It would have been perfect for that outdoor play, right? Have that on the outside. And then in the interior, you don't have no external TPU. But like we mentioned, the foam carrier is a little bit stiff, so it's going to help you out right here in the back heel area. Have something right here. Support a wall. So all those details are very nice. And then if we look with this top view, you can see you do have an outrigger that extends. And we know Luka is a master of the step back, so that's going to help you out with a little extra material for those push-ups. Let me tell you, I did a whole bunch of step backs in this shoe with my play style, and it just felt super comfortable. I feel this is going to be a nice step up from the one because you get this more protected feel around your feet. Makes sense. Luka's still a young player, but he's been playing in the league for a while, so any extra material that you can add just to help him out, it's going to be more cushion, more protective than the Luka 1. And then it's not going to be as stiff as the Luka 2. So very nice characteristics right there. Like I said, I do love, has a little bit of traction in the interior. I love seeing traction in the interior. You are shifty, you like to see some of that. The one thing I would have loved is, I like bumpers to be a little bit higher. With the traction, I would have loved it a little bit higher. Same thing over here. I would have loved some traction on the outside, but it still works very well. My playstyle is a lot of moves with the speed, crossover, stopping really quick and pulling up. And this one right here is going to, I feel, cater to a lot of playstyles out there. You are a heavier type player. You have a whole bunch of material. Just look at that. It's going to feel very protective, very supportive. You got a little bit of a plush feel with the Cushline 3.0. The material's not going to be the thinnest, so you're not going to have the most ventilation, but the shoe doesn't cave in on itself. You like to see that on shoes that are supportive. The materials do a good job of wrapping around your feet, right? One negative thing, if I did have to mention one negative thing, is going to be this area right here. If you do play outdoors, you might start to rip into this material if you do toe drags. Okay, so have that in mind. And then again, the materials for outdoor play, they can get dirty somewhat fast. But man, I was very surprised with this one. I really wasn't expecting the Luka 3 to be that good, to bring back those feels of the Luka 1, where you just put the hoop shoe on and you felt very comfortable. You felt you could be a killer on the court. With the Luka 2, I did feel a little bit, maybe it's a little too stiff, right? Sometimes the stiffling, you do like it. Other times, you almost feel that it takes away a little bit of the confidence, just how stiff it feels. Now this one is going, like I said, feel very comfortable, grips very well on the court. You can jump up and down and land in the front, the middle, and the back. I had no problems. And it's expected because you do have that very soft Cushlon 3.0. And the price tag, not bad at all. Luka, keeping it affordable. A little bit pricey, yes, $130, but it's not going to be $140, $150, $160 like other Jordan shoes out there, right? Or some LeBrons. So you definitely get a quality hoop shoe sneaker with a lot of tech in it, but at a good price, $130. And I do want to mention, I did check out the Nike webpage, and they do have the green colorway for 20% off. So you can pick up the Luka 3s for around 105 USD. So that's not bad at all for a hoop shoe like this one. Let me give you a quick back tour before we close this one out. Internal heel counter, look at that. You get a lot of padding, kind of difficult to press this down. And the heel counter starts from right here and kind of moves all the way through here like that. You can feel it moves all the way through here like that. So you get a very nice, sizable internal heel counter, again, for protecting that ankle. Very nice overall. So definitely recommend that everybody. This was the Luka 3 performance review. And if you did like what you saw, please sub and like. I am a smaller channel. We'll be back with more. Until next time, peace and much love.